Okay, we made it. We're here. Man, I was sitting there trying to run a generation and that's the one thing with these models is they can go real fast, but the initial loading can take for freaking ever. But then after that, take like 10 minutes to load the first one. And then everything after that, look at that. It took 1,356 seconds to load the model. But guarantee the next one will be like 2 minutes. I don't even know if it turned out any good at all. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's not really worth 20 minutes. But anyway, the next one would go so much faster. So that's why we're like 7 minutes late. Okay, which honestly, 7 minutes late to me is starting right on time. So appreciate you guys being here. Good to have you. Welcome back to Monday. This is Casual Monday. We're wearing our red trucker shirts here. Hair is just combed enough to get by the YouTube standards. Okay, they will come down, shut down my door. Hey, there's VickiKopinski. Vicky, yo, what's up? Welcome. I think this might be Vicky's first time, so we're going to give him a whole bunch of 100s, and here's some celebrations for you. Good to have you. Good to see Mike K as usual. Mike, hats off to you. He is one of our star members. This one's for you, Mike. All you star members get the hat taken off and special attention. So make sure to join over there. You get a little bit of extra props there. We got 9-layer Nige, who also is a star member. 9. For you, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome to have you there. And there is BGG, one of the faithfuls. Good to see you all, man. And we got Mount Xeris here. I haven't seen Mount Xeris in a while. Good to see you, friend. Welcome back as well. Love to see you. And Vic's from the UK. So, man, we got lots of Brits, yo. A lot of you palmies out there coming in. God, God, Queen, and country. Of course, now it's God, King, country. Huh? But, yeah, at any rate, good to have you from the other side of the pond, yo. We love our palmy friends. So, good to have you. We, as usual, let's pop on over. We'll just make certain that we are... Okay, we made it. We're here. Yeah, there we are. So I like to check over here just to make sure that we are going. And I was sitting there, feel like that was trying to run. Okay, but here we're going here. All right, as usual, we are going to be having the Wacky Races. Okay, they are the wackiest races that you will go. So you just got to comment. All right. So if you're out there watching and you're feeling a little bit shy, you're like, I don't know. I like to hang out in the group, but I just don't like to be seen. Hey, be seen. Come out, type hello, just like, hey, I'm here. It will enter you into the Wacky Races. One comment gets you into here, into the Wacky Race. And there is so much glory to be had. Look at that. I'm going to turn these lights on. Look, I start talking about the Wacky Races, and all of a sudden it was like a light comes on. So, yeah, whoever gets the most comments, and it's not even just who the most comments. It's like, it's a timing thing too, because I've had people like they just spam it up. Looks like they're going to be number one for sure, and then crazily enough, some guy just rips up right at the end, takes the number one spot. So you never do quite know. And also, one thing that I have done with these races, as usual, is if you are in the top 3. I will promote a web page of yours if you like. So if you have a project you've been working on, or a website with your stuff, let me know. And if you win the Wacky Races, I will tell people to go check it out. I'll be like, go check it out. Okay. So a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Encouragement, a little bit of something or other to whatever to win. All right. So there you go. Wacky Races are on. Okay, let's read what we got going on here really quick. Mount Xeris pops up. Have you ever tested MOcha or want to animate with cutscene clip using sec mask? No, Mount Xeris, I have not done that. We're going to talk about MOcha today. Maybe you could share a bit with us about cutscene. Mount Xeris, if you have a link, go ahead and post it here, and I will click on it, and we'll take a look. Okay. All right, let's pop on over. I realized here that I deleted actually a lot of my examples. Usually you know, like I'm working with MOcha. I keep a lot of stuff, and I went and fried my computer. I completely deleted everything. I actually completely reset my computer. Oh man, I was having Windows subsystem for Linux issues, and I was like, I just don't understand what's going on. And I'll tell you, it is one of those things where once things start going nuts with that, it is very difficult to pull it back. And so I was just like, you know what? Let's let's start over. And I did a full nuke. Like I did a delete all files, start all over, and everything is better. But I did backup first. So all right, well, let's get on here with the weekly review. There wasn't a ton that happened this week, but there was some big stuff um, that we looked at. So obviously we did the MOcha Model Manager. Okay, so that's just your classic. That is your classic Get Going Fast Pro. All you got to do is just download this little bad boy, put it inside your Comfy folder, and then you can download this stuff really easy. Delete it, that stuff. Obviously, you can do this stuff manually, but the benefit of being a Get Going Fast person is that you don't have to do it manually. If you're already in there, you just get it, put it in there, and get going. So I was able to make this video here. Let's see if we can. Oh, that was bigger on the other one. So this was using MOcha. I'm a lot happier with the MOcha thing than I was with WAN Animate. Okay, WAN Animate just never scratched the itch. Didn't quite work that good. I thought this worked very well. Um, there's still issues. Notice I got the queen here, and she's wearing the tie and stuff. I couldn't get the other people to just get their heads. So there's still an issue. I'm going to show you how the workflow works and how it's supposed to do it, but for sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Notice all these other ones I wasn't able to keep the close. But still, the fidelity on here is quite good. So really been pleased with that. Let's go set that. You're gonna see over here when we go to the workflow. This is that one I was working on. Didn't well, this is extremely low quality. So I run most of my stuff at 256 by 256 just because I want to do it fast. So I'm actually pleased. What I am pleased about this is that it kept the face even with the cup and all that. That'd be like a classic face swapping issue. If you're using rope and you tried to do this, you could actually avoid that cup causing problems by using the occluder, but you'd probably have glitch. So this is obviously, if we could get this technology down, this would be the new rope. This would be the new Visomaster. It would be the ultimate face swapping thing because it's actually head swapping. But we're not quite there, but we are getting close. But anyway, I wanted to show you this over here. Bop, bop. Okay, so this is essentially how you are highlighting different things. You use these reds and you use the greens. The reds are saying these are the places I don't want to copy. The green is the place that I do. So usually what I do is I put one on the hair and then I'll put a green on the face. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like what I would like to do is keep the spacesuit and put a frog head on there. Keep the spacesuit, put a bear on there, put Taylor on there, put Trump on there, whatever. Just move the head. Now, a lot of times though, we're not getting that. Unfortunately, I did delete the examples that I had. But instead, you're getting kind of more like what we had over here. Sometimes you're getting the head, but a lot of times you're getting the full body. So what you would end up with this over here is you'd end up with, this not having the spacesuit. Okay, so all right, going over to our notes here real quick. VickiKopinski says the compact pussycat has to win. Talk about the wacky races. I hadn't thought about this before. You go 1, 2, 3, because I just assumed this is the first place, but we could try doing this different. What do you guys think of that? We could say you call your car. Could do that. So you get in there, you call your car, and then if you win, that car wins. Because we always just assume, like with this, the Boulder Mobile is always number one. Creepy Coop's always number two. That's kind of how we run that. We could try this a little bit differently and say everyone gets to call their car. What do you guys think? That might be too wacky, though. I mean, these races are already a little bit wacky. But let's go really quickly and see who's winning, by the way. Let's go over here. And Vicky is in number one. Good job, Vicky. So you're at number one. The way it's working right now is you're running the Boulder Mobile. All right. So good job. Mount Zeros is number two. We got Mike K is rocking number three, 9-layer Nige. And then BGG. So Mike K likes the idea of choosing the cars. That's what he just wrote on there. And okay, Mount Zeros. I haven't tested MOcha yet, though. One animate is good if you have a good GPU. Okay, great comment, Mount Zeros. I'm going to give you some 100% on this. So he's saying that he hasn't tried this. One animate's great if you got a good GPU, and that's the issue. One animate was never satisfying because I couldn't really do a lot with it, and I do agree. The people that were doing great stuff with it are the people that are renting out GPUs or have a GPU. So MOcha fixes that. MOcha, in my opinion, is the better model. Okay, so now I'm assuming that it's just a baked model of WAN Animate, but it fixes a lot of issues. It runs on lower VRAM. It grabs more of the face. Does more of the stuff that we want. So, Mount Zeros, I really encourage you to check out MOcha. MOcha is the. I'm not even gonna go back to One Animate, honestly, just because it just. This is the one. Now, again, I ran this video over here at 256 by 256. Okay, so it's extremely low quality. I'd like to run it again. I think that we could get one out in 2 to 3 minutes. Again, the initial loading of these models is just painful. It's like go in there, hit the bathroom, go to the bathroom with your War and Peace book, and then make your way back, and then you're ready to generate. So there is an initial cost in loading these models. But anyway, there you go. MOcha, good stuff. Okay, let's move on here. So, okay, here's your video if you want to watch an in-depth video. I'm going to hit here, press play to see if there's some examples. Here we go.
Still quite fast.
You can see what I was talking about. I got the things to change out, but I couldn't keep the suit for some reason. Oh, yes, and hold on a second.
Anyway, good stuff there. Again, here, this is going to be then. Notice we go over here, and you can see the difference with the Quinn 3 one. Still quite fast.
Okay, that's correct. I'm glad that I played this. So there actually is two different installs that come with this. So if you're really GPU poor, okay, then you can run it without Quinn 3. Okay, so there's a simple workflow, and it makes it go faster. Okay, if you run it with Quinn 3, if you have the GPU, it makes it better, but it takes longer. Okay, so the Quinn 3 version is way better, and I wish I could make this bigger for you, but I think I'm gonna lose. I think I'm gonna lose the screen if I try to do this. Maybe not. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so this was Lamar Jackson. Okay, so look at that was without Quinn 3, and then this one was with. And so again, I'm doing such low resolution, it's hard to see, but there's a massive difference. One looks like him, one doesn't. Okay. Mount Zeros has a 5060 Ti. So you should be doing good, brother man. I would try the Quinn 3 on that. All right, let's move on here. Okay, Holocene. Now, I hate names like this because you want to say Holocene, but it's obviously supposed to be cinema. So it's just, how do you pronounce that? Like Holocena? That sounds stupid. It's probably Holocene, but it's spelt like Holocena. I don't know, whatever. So this came out, and really a waste of time, if you ask me. I'll show you again kind of the videos we got out of this. The idea behind this model is that you can do longer stuff, 30-second videos, but it's kind of a lie, because it's just sort of the same clip bobbing back and forth. So I pick up my cup, I take a drink, I put it down. Then I pick up my cup, I take a drink, and I put it down. I pick up my cup, I take a drink, and I put it down. And you do that for 30 seconds, okay? Or I put the cup down, and then all of a sudden the cup just snaps back into my hand. So it's really not a good model, and it's huge, okay? This model takes forever to load. This is the classic one. Watch, he throws the ball, throws the ball, throws the ball, throws the ball. And then I think I mean, that's garbage, okay? And it takes up incredible amount of space. You're going to find out here, we're going to talk here in just a second about, what is it called? A long cat. So long cat is going to basically be the same thing, but it's going to do it better than Holocene. We skipped out on Holocene just because I didn't think it was worth your guys' time. And again, when I'm sitting here at Get Going Fast, my thought is I want you guys to have stuff that is fulfilling for you. I don't want you guys to sit there and be like, man, this stuff sucks, and it's just a bad experience, and then bad experience upon bad experience. I want to get out of this. So I typically try to protect people from stuff that's just going to be a waste of their time. And Holocene, in my point of view, my opinion, was not good. Okay, but we're going to talk about this, and I actually have some more stuff to say about that. So hold on. In the meanwhile, we're going to go up here, and this is a picture of your AI girlfriend. This is what she looks like without makeup. Okay, so there you go. All those hot chicks that you looking at online, this is what they actually look like. They take off the eyelashes and take out the fake boobs and all that stuff. And this is how it looks. Now, I'm going to use this as a launch board into something new that we're promoting here. This is not going to be for everybody. Do not judge me on this. But I know there's a lot of you out there that like to work with your not safe for work stuff, okay? And I get it. Like, a lot of people, they just want to make pictures of cats. They want to make pictures of boobies, pretty girls, this kind of stuff, the face swap and stuff. So what we have done is over at the Get Going Fast Discord, I've been working on this for some time with Fidel, who's one of our moderators over there. He's the Norwegian Viking. Hats off to him. And we have developed what is called Get Going After Dark. Okay. So essentially what we are doing with this is we've created a place where you can join for free over on the Discord. It's hidden. Let me just say it's hidden for all those who don't want to see that kind of stuff. You just got to go. There's a welcome scene. You got to say you want to see it, and it will pop up. And you can participate in not safe for work discussions over there, where we can talk about workflows and stuff you've been created. It is a adult corner of Get Going Fast okay? It's called Get Going After Dark. Feda's put a lot of work into it, and again, it is completely separated from all of this stuff. If you're not into it, you don't have to even see it. It's not that you won't even know that it's there. But you can go. Right now, everything it's just, the doors are completely open. Just come in. You're completely open, and you can come in and engage, build it up, share your stuff. There will be premium workflows available that Feda has worked on. He's put together some incredible stuff. So those will be available for purchase later on, as well as assistance with making LoRa's and stuff like that. Getting your own special packages. That's all stuff you can be able to talk to with Fidel Cocoon over there. But right now, all you got to do is go to the Discord channel, okay? And you will see it's called GGAFD, okay? And you just got to go to the welcome thing, and you got to read the rules, and you have to agree to the rules, and then the forum will pop up. So if you get in now, you're the first. Today is literally the first day that we're opening this up to the community. Oh, and there's Feda right there. So we'll give Feda some 100s. Feda is actually really good he's gotten really good. Him and I have been working together for over a year. He's probably my bestie here online, and him and I have been working for over a year. And he has leveled up. Okay, to up here. So there's going to be an opportunity to interact with him, get his workflows, get his ideas, and it's free to sign up. And then, like I said, premium stuff will be coming out in the future. Okay, so there you have it. Let's continue on with the rest of this. All right, we did our AI Brews weekly roundup. If you guys don't listen to this, this is actually really good catch up on the week. I think it's a gal that does this. Sometimes she misses a week, but very informative. And I'll tell you what, when I have times I'm like, I'm not sure what to work on, I will go check out her AI Brews. So I would suggest you go to her AI Brews. You can subscribe if you want. And she always has interesting stuff about everything. Now, she's not completely open source. So not everything in here is something that I'm going to play with. But you can get some great ideas. And what we do over here at Get Going Fast is I just put this into a...
You know the drill. Welcome back to Get Going Fast, the place where we get into this excellent...
I put it into a format that's a little bit more easy. You can just listen to it.
Models for everything from patching code to doing financial legwork.
All right, so I really like AI Brews. All right, I've got a whole series of these that we've been putting together. Okay, so let's move on though. So check out AI Brews. Oh, good news for all of you in India, free GPT Go for all of India starting November 4th. So I'll tell you, India is the place. If you can crack the market there, they've got over 1 billion people. So that's why I don't know if you guys know this, but literally several of the richest people in the world come from India. Because let's say I'm selling a bar of soap for like 10 cents, but I've got 1 billion people to sell that bar of soap to. I'm gonna make a lot of money. So the battle for the India marketplace has started, and here we can read the article here really quick together. So OpenAI just made its biggest bet on India. Starting November 4th, the company will hand out free year-long access to ChatGPT Go. So they're going to get you hooked, and then after a year, you'll have to pay. But a move that puts every marketing executive on notice. Okay, blah, 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 blah. They'll offer its ChatGPT Go plan to users in India who sign up during a limited promotional period starting November 4th. So if you are in India, you sign up for this, okay? This starts tomorrow. For those tracking spending, blah, 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 it's calculated war in a market where the prize is 1.4 billion potential users. There is a lot of people in India, okay? All right. So I'm not sure what Go is. I would assume that it doesn't have imaging, but I don't know. The plan provides higher message limits. Oh, no, it does have more image generation, longer memory, and the ability to upload more files and image. At the standard pricing of less than US $5 per month, I think 20. Come on, yo. This is a difference between marketplaces. Ahead of our first daily dev, remaining ChatGPT freely available for a year. Okay, so anyway, so this is big news. If you're in India, sign up for that, because that's just money in the pocket. That's good. That's good stuff. I will say, on a side note, I'm getting a little bit upset with ChatGPT these days. It's every time they come out with a new model, I feel like it gets a little bit worse. And some of the stuff, I think maybe it has to do with the regulations. Because you get these woke scolds and the European Union's out there making everyone in the world have to comply to their their imperial banner of moral superiority. But anyway, they put a lot of bruit onto different companies, and so I don't know what it is, but ChatGPT has gotten stupid in a lot of ways. It's still very helpful, but sometimes it does stuff that I'm just like, what are you thinking? But I still worth it. I still think GPT is probably the best out there. I know there's other things that do better stuff. It's like Windows. Maybe Linux is better. Maybe there's other operating systems that do good stuff, but at the end of the day, it's really kind of base, and it is what's there. And I like GPT a lot, so hoping it'll get better, and it's certainly going to be good for the Indians. Okay, I made an update to the WSL. That's the Windows subsystem for Linux installer. Again, this was why oh my god, I spent like an entire day trying to fix my my WSL on my Windows machine, and something was so corrupted deep down. I spent a lot of time, and finally I just nuked the whole computer, and I was just like, let's just start over. Now, the installer here is nice if you get your WSL working. This installer is nice because it will actually download different distributions. It will install your CUDA. It will install your deep neural network. It will install your Conda, your Hugging Face, all that good stuff that you need. And it also has a right-click thing. So then whatever folder you're in, you can actually connect to the subsystem in that folder. So when you're in Linux, you have what's called a mount drive. So usually to get over to your Windows stuff, you have to go backwards a couple different folders, and then you get into the MNT, that stands for mount, and then you access your C drive, then you access your D drive. So you have to go through some steps. With the right click that's part of this this update, the installer, you can actually just get direct there by right clicking. Okay, so why do I care? Why do I care about the WSL installer? Okay, here's why. Because a lot of the stuff that we're working on is actually made for Linux. And so there's some things that it's like, you know, I can convert over, and I'm able to convert over to Windows for you. Other stuff you just can't. There relies on dependencies. You know, actually, one funny thing, Flash Attention was one of these that, like, here just a few months ago, 6 months ago, people could not get Flash Attention working. I don't know if you remember earlier in the year, Sage Attention was huge. No one could get Sage Attention working on Windows, but it was really easy on Flash. Now those things are really easy to get going on Windows, thank God. That's kind of the way things progress, right? But there's still, that idea still remains. There are certain things that are dependencies that only work with Linux, and so you're going through the GitHub, you're filling this out in Windows, and then stuff's breaking, and you can't figure out why. And it's like, well, because actually it's for Linux. So by getting our WSL working again, this gives us the ability to start to play with more stuff. But I am telling you, it is not for the faint of heart. It is easily corrupted. I've had brand new Windows installations where the WSL doesn't work. Like brand new, like it should be working, because I literally just installed Windows and something's off at the start. So, you know, it's not for the faint of heart. You get my installer for that. It will help you enormously. Okay, but I can't guarantee that you have everything set up. You've got to go into your turn Windows features on and off. You got to make sure that WSL is installed or turned on. You got to make sure that virtualization is turned on. You got to make sure that Hyper-V is turned on. These are all, I have videos on how to do this, so go watch the YouTube. But if you can get this up and running, it's definitely worth your time, because you can do some Linux stuff. Okay, let's take a quick look over here. Let's see how our Wacky Races are going. Vicky is still rocking the number 1. Mike K has moved up to number 2, so Mike is making a move. Mount Zerus is right behind. Good job. BGG is there. Hanky popped in. Okay, we're going to have to see what Hanky said. Hanky, always welcome to him. He is one of the co-creators, developers of Cobalt CPP, which is the greatest large language model runner there is. If you want to talk to chatbots, Cobalt CPP is the way to do it. Now, I do a lot of, side note, I do a lot of programming with llama.cpp for some base stuff, but when I want to just sit down and I want to beat the crap out of a large language model, I want to go boxing with it, I want to have fun with it, Cobalt CPP is your way to go. And he actually looks like he left us a comment that we'll follow up on here. We got Feta popped in at number 6, and 9-layer Nige at 7. So 9, you better get in some comments here if you want to move up the ranks. So anyway, good to have you guys there. Let's take a quick look at what Hanky said. Hanky says, have you seen you can set up Quinn image edit with a single KCPP2? So that's awesome. What he's talking about here is it's a Cobalt CPP template file. So again, Cobalt CPP is beautiful. It's a one file program that that you can load. Hold on a second. That you can load your models with. Let's go over here. This is the thing here. You can find it over here at Lost Ruins. I've done a lot of videos on it, so you can see I kind of own the YouTube space when it comes to videos on Cobalt CPP because I love it. It's one of my favorite videos. So anyway, so a template file is you just load up your Cobalt CPP and you just load the template, and it will download all of the models you need. It'll download everything you want, and then using this, you can actually run your Quinn image edit. So that's very cool. Okay, and then he's saying you're going to need version 1.101. These guys are updating this all the time, so you just got to make sure you update it. I'll tell you what, probably what I'll do is I'll grab that template file and I'll throw it up on the Get Going Fast site and give it to all you prairie dogs out there. Good stuff, and we'll make a video. How's that, Hanky? You fine with that? We'll make a video on how to run 2.509 Quinn edit with your Cobalt CPP. All right, well, let's move on here with the rest of this. Okay, this was the video we did yesterday. Oh, here we go. The long cat. Okay, so this is sort of where we're going to go with this. Notice here we've got more Taylor Swift kissing Ninja Turtles, which, again, for my money, you just can't get enough of, okay? This is my go-to prompt. I use the same prompt in every model, same images, and like, see, I was actually kind of pleased with this one. This one's nice. I kind of got this thing going on where I kind of do them, and the more the more nauseating they are, the funnier it is. You're like, ah, but that one's actually kind of sweet. So kind of like, and I was thinking I could make a movie out of that. You can actually do movie stuff. So anyway, long cat. So let's talk about long cat real quick. Okay. So we mentioned. Here we go. We mentioned Holocene, or God, worst name. I hate that name. Okay, but we Holocene, Holocene, whatever. Not what we're wanting. Okay, what it's trying to promise is it's trying to promise long videos. That we can go up 30 seconds, 60 seconds, that stay consistent, that don't break down. Okay, which is great. So. A lot of these videos of these models, you can go longer, but you'll start to see like spots start to show up. It's like they got liver spots start showing up. The picture degrades. And I made a few videos with those music videos. And what I had to do to avoid the image degradation was I started putting filters in the scenes where the picture totally breaks down. I would make it, like kaleidoscope or something, so you got to end up being creative using these. Now with Holocene and Longcat, what they're going for is to be able to create long videos that don't suddenly start pocking you all over the face, or you make your image shift, right? It's called image shift or color shift, or what it's the image is shifting gradually, and then over time it's something totally different, and this is trying to get consistent. Now, whereas Holocene fails, Longcat shows some improvement. So the improvement you're going to find with Longcat is not going to necessarily be in the length of video you can do, but in the speed and the quality. Okay, so Holocene, the video was like this. I'm just going to pop around. It was like watching a video like this. It's just bouncing all over the place, and they're doing the same thing. Okay, now with Longcat, it's much more stable. They might be doing the same thing, but it's more like this. So it's still the same thing, but it's a lot smoother, a lot faster. And here's the actual thing. There's a sweet spot here, about 5 seconds to 7 seconds, that actually make the video work. If you go over 7 seconds, that's where you're just going to kind of get into the repeat. But here's the bigger deal. Okay. Well, first of all, let me just say, Holocene, it wasn't worth it to me to upload to you guys. It just wasn't worth it. Longcat was worth it. I spent a bunch of time. I actually stayed up past midnight finishing this up because I thought, you know what, this is actually really good. Let's get it out there. So first of all, this is worth playing with. I think it's good. You get good quality stuff and you get it fast. Okay. But here's the bigger picture. I'm going to look you right in the eyes. Okay, here's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is what this tells me is that this is the technology that the industry is working on right now. So what I have seen, the pattern is, as the industry, you got a bunch of, you got this company, you get a bunch of professionals, right? They're all kind of a community of people, and they're all talking about what the next thing is. Okay. And they figure out what the next thing is, and each one of them, they're trying to work on it, and they're releasing their work. And then these people are learning from it and releasing their work and so forth, and this and that. And then they eventually get it. So a year ago, we were working with LTX and it was not stable. You couldn't keep a stable background. The background was always shifting, always changing. So that was the thing they were working on. And then suddenly someone pops, they figured it out and they came out with Hunyuan, and Hunyuan was amazing. Okay. And then they worked on the next thing, and then Juan came out, you know, I mean, it's incredible. So the thing that they're working on right now is length of video. How can we have a consistently long video, okay, that doesn't shift? So it's not a surprise that we're getting things like Holocene that come out that are promising but don't deliver. And then you're getting Longcat, which is an improvement but still isn't quite getting this. I guarantee within the next few weeks, you're going to be getting more and more of these because they're honing in on the technology, which is exciting for us because that means here probably within the next a few weeks to months, or I mean, I don't know, however long it is, someone will lock it down. Okay. Someone will lock it down and they will get it. And all of a sudden it will be the next big thing. And you and I are going to be suddenly posting 30-second long videos. It's coming. So Longcat to me is just, it's fun to play with. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. The fidelity, the quality of it is quite nice. And it marks where we're going with this. I was going to show you some examples that I had here. Hold on just a second. All right, let's click this here. Okay, here we go. So these are all examples of what, and that's all good quality. And it's not a Juan 2.2 killer, but it's faster than Juan 2.2. Now, you're not going to have LoRa's like Juan 2. Juan 2.2 is so entrenched right now that we've got a ton of stuff that's built upon it. And so you're not going to really move yourself away from Juan 2.2 because you got LoRa's, you've got, you've got your Quinn stuff that's tied into with it. You've got all this stuff. So it's very difficult to take down a large model like that because it's become entrenched. You're not going to do that with Longcat because you don't have your LoRa's yet. You don't have your FP8s. I don't think this is good. This is going to be the one. But I do think that they've hit on something here. They've been a milestone with the quality and the speed. I was popping out stuff. Those videos that we just looked at, those were taking me about a minute and a half. Now, again, those were like 256 by 480, so they're not huge. They're not large resolution, but still, 80 seconds for a reasonable video is not that unreasonable. So I think Longcat is precursor to something excellent coming along. And BGG seems to agree. He says Longcat's in a different league. It's superb. 9-layer Night says, I'll try Longcat, compare it with Holocene I posted last week. Yeah, I think 9 that you're going to find quite different. again, we're talking 5-second videos, so it's not like it's anything game changing. But I think what you'll be surprised about is the quality, the smoothness of movement. And one other thing, guys, this is just what we're looking at here with this one. This is just a test workflow. Like Kijai put this out. My bet is that within the week we have more workflows too. So this is good. This is going to have video to video. It should have text to video. So this is actually just kind of a starter workflow. My assumption would be within the next couple of weeks, we actually get some greater workflows for Longcat. So keep your eyes open to that. I will certainly be posting that. Like I said before, you can go over to Get Going Fast. And actually, if you just go to longcat.getgoingfast.pro, you can get the model manager over here. And I'll be updating this. As more workflows come up, you can get that. If you want to just do it manually, watch the video and I show you how to get the workflow. And it's actually very easy to install. Okay, I think we have come to the end of this. Usually we have our kind of look forward at this point. I don't have a particular app that I am looking at the moment. There's a lot of, gosh, my nose itches. That always means you're about to kiss a fool when your nose itches. But I don't have one particular app that I'm looking at saying, hey, this is what we're going to work on. But I will say, now I've got that WSL working again. I'm probably going to start looking, maybe even going backwards and looking at some stuff that we could get running in our WSL. It's always kind of I'm like, do I want to give people stuff for WSL? Because it is such a pain to troubleshoot your subsystem for Linux if it doesn't work. But if it does work, it works great. So you're kind of opening a can of worms that maybe you don't always want to open. But I think that's probably where we're going to go. Obviously, Hanky mentioned here the new Kobold template. So I think we'll take a look at that. There's so much free stuff going on now as well. I guess we could take a quick look over here. Grok just came out with their Grok Imagine. That was actually really incredible. I didn't even mean to do this. I just uploaded this image. This is a flex image I made like a year ago or something. I didn't even prompt anything and it automatically turned it into a video, which is really kind of cool. Feta pointed out that you can make a series of same person images with Grok Imagine. So I'm trying to figure that out. That is would be really cool, especially when it comes to your first frame, last frame stuff. So I don't know, lots of good stuff coming out here. I'm still working with our AI agents. If you guys haven't worked with Gemini CLI, I really encourage you to go get that installed. That is just an absolute fantastic app. You can actually get that at Gemini-CLI.getgoingfast.pro. Very good stuff. I actually, sometimes when I'm working on these installations and I can't get something to work, I just have Gemini CLI take a look at it and it'll actually fix it for me. Not always, but sometimes. And very good. So essentially this is an agent. You give it access to a folder and you say, hey, these are the files in here. And I'm getting this error. And it'll actually go through all your code and find your errors. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up here. Let's go check out our Wacky Races. Really quickly, BGG is, I think BGG is going to end up taking first place here because he just suddenly popped up with a whole bunch of comments. Hope we'll get fast lures for Longcat. 25 seconds easily. I sent you 13 frame overlap and multiple samplers. So BGG is saying he sent a 25-second video with Longcat. Is that what you're saying? Did I not see that? Let me pop over to there really quick and see if he did indeed. Yeah, he sent me a workflow, but this is the same workflow that we had before. So I might be missing something, BGG. My apologies if I did. You could resend those videos or send us a link to them. All right, Vicky popped in the last second. Great info, Gary. Thank you. Lots left from the UK. Yeah, appreciate you too, Vicky. good to have you, and you're welcome to come back all the time. So let's go ahead and really quickly, you got a few more seconds to pop in. Oh, yeah, BG, you already sent me the workflow, but that's the same workflow we were just looking at, as far as I understand. So that is the KeyJai workflow, the one that we were looking at. And it's just an image to video workflow. It's kind of a beginner workflow, and whereas we're waiting for more stuff to come out. But all right, let's go ahead and check out our big winners of the day. Where did this go? There we go. Top fans. Vicky popped in last second. Vicky, you won the Wacky Races. Good job. There you go. Vicky wanted to be the Compact Pussycat, so we'll let the Compact Pussycat be the number one. So Vicky wins with the Compact Pussycat. Good job, number one. If you have a something you'd like me to promote, a web page or a video, let me know. I will go ahead and post that. Hanky, how did Hanky pop in at number two? Hanky's winning. We'll give him the creepy coupe here. Well, or the Boulder Mobile, I suppose, since we could just aggregate this. So Hanky ends up with the Boulder Mobile. Good job, Hanky. Mike K popped in at number three with the creepy coupe. So again, the top three, you guys winners. I will promote something of yours since you won the Wacky Races. I'll promote it with a link, that kind of stuff. So let me know. Mount Zerus pops in with number 4 and is going to grab the converter car. BGG. I don't know how BGG ended up number 5. BGG had a lot to say, but these races are crazy, yo. The Crimson Hay Baler wins with that one. 9-layer Nige pops in with the Army Surplus Special. What's the oh god, what's his name? Oh god, I'm having a complete brain fart. Okay, anyways, 9-layer Nige wins with the Winston Churchill thing here. He's going to win the war. Good job. And lastly, Feta popped in, and Feta is going to win with the Bulletproof Bomb. So good job to all of you. Okay. Hanky is starting the fight here. Good. Yeah. Hanky and BGG are going back and forth at it. So anyway, good job with the Wacky Races. Thanks for having me here. A reminder again, we do have the new Get Going After Dark page over on the Discord. So if you do want to join in that, just go. You have to read the rules and sign, and then you'll have access. And you can share your images, videos, workflows, all that kind of stuff, and get some quality talk from people like Feta. So that was my phone going off there. So all right, we're going to end it there. And we will catch you on the other side. We will see you. We'll see you next week. Maybe we'll do something this Friday. If you guys really want to do something and there's a topic, go ahead and let me know. You can always give me a little gift here, as this is my full-time job, and that also encourages me to do more videos like this in the future. So in the meanwhile, thanks guys. You are the bomb. Have a good one, and we will